Cop Car is directed by John Watts and stars Kevin Bacon and two kids whose names I do not know. And Shea Whigham is also in it. Shea Whigham? I think that's how you pronounce his name. You know, he was on Agent Carter, and he was in, like, American Hustle. He's in a lot of movies, that guy. So this movie's about two kids who live in the middle of nowhere. They go into the woods, and they find this cop car, and then they take it for a joyride. Kevin Bacon is the sheriff, and he's the guy who owns the car. And then as these kids go around pretty much the neighborhood, they meet some good guys, some bad guys. We don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, and this movie is very, very interesting. This movie was a movie that premiered at Sundance earlier this year. It was the first film from this guy named John Watts. Now, the reason why this movie's big is because John Watts was recently announced as the director of the upcoming Spider-Man reboot for Marvel. And I gotta say, the direction for this movie is really strong. It's directed very well, and I think the movie is very good. Not great, very good, very strong at the directorial debut, and I'm so excited to see whatever he does with Spider-Man. This guy directed the kids so well. The movie had a very indie feel to it, which I love. I love indies. I've come to appreciate them more over the last few years, and this movie is very independent. It's not going to be something for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's also a very short movie. It's only 88 minutes long, which is a perfect runtime for this movie, where there's not many people in this movie. Yeah, there's Kevin Bacon, there's these two kids, there's Shea Whigham, and then there's another person. And then that's really it. There's only like 5 people in this movie. Yeah, but the direction is pretty good. Script really good too. John Watts actually co-wrote the script with someone whose name I do not know. I'm not going to look it up or anything, so that's how lazy I am, guys. The acting all around is really strong. I'll start off with the kids and then I'll go to Kevin Bacon because I'm sure everyone knows how Kevin Bacon is. These two kids were fantastic. At first, within the first 10 minutes, I was like, oh, they're going to overact because most child actors aren't very good. And these two kids were both fantastic, and I really bought them as best friends. Like, you could see that they were probably close together on set, and they got along well, and that's how they acted in the movie. Kevin Bacon, of course, was fantastic. I mean, first of all, that amazing mustache. Holy shit. He's competing with Colin Farrell from True Detective for best mustache ever. No, but Kevin Bacon's awesome in this movie. He's fantastic. I love Kevin Bacon. He's a really underrated actor, in my opinion. I mean, yes, a lot of people know who Kevin Bacon is, but he's very underappreciated when it comes to his performances. I mean, he was just on The Following, the show that unfortunately got canceled, a show that I really liked, and he was fantastic on it. But, I mean, he's got Black Mass coming out, which maybe he could get some love. I don't know how big of a role he has in that movie. But, I mean, Kevin Bacon does deserve an Oscar nomination sometime in the future. He's not going to get it for this, but this is definitely one of his best performances he's ever given. And you don't know whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. You have to watch the movie to find out. It's very interesting. And Shea Whigham also does a great job. I'm not going to say who his character is, but his character is very interesting. I'll just say that. The thing with this movie is that it's not perfect, but there were some flaws. Like, it was a very slow-paced film. I actually felt the pacing, which is not something I like to feel. I mean, yes, they're building up a lot of characters. I mean, even though there's not many characters in this movie. But I just didn't really find that to be fine. I mean, there were some cliches in this movie that I really didn't care for. And the way the movie ends, I think that's going to be an ending that everyone's mixed about. It was intense, don't get me wrong, but it was still very eh. But I don't really have much to say about Cop Car. It's a good film. You guys could definitely check this movie out. I'm going to give the film a solid B. Guys, if you've seen Cop Car, tell me what your favorite down below. What's your favorite Kevin Bacon movie, and are you excited to see what John Watts does with the upcoming Spider-Man film? Because I think he's going to do good. I think it's going to be the direction that's good. But I don't know how the writing's going to be because it's from the writers of the Vacation movie, which I didn't see, and I'm glad I didn't see. So, who knows what's going to happen with that. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review, and I'll see you guys soon.